Hi guys. I know that this is kind of weird and I'm doing it sort of spur of the moment thing and I don't know. We'll see what comes out. It's probably going to be long and rambly, so whatever. You don't want to listen, don't listen. I'm suffering from some sort of allergies or something, so I sound terrible. But it's important to me that I get this out there because I've been thinking about it for a couple of days now, so here it is. I know more than a few of you have PM'd me and contacted me via email or, a messenger or, they've texted some of you even texted me, and you guys, more than a few of you have said that you really want to get started exercising. You don't know where to start, you don't know how to start, you're afraid to start, you're afraid to take a class because you don't know if you'll be able to keep up, you don't know how you're going to do because you're so out of shape, you're fat, you're too thin, you're too old, you're too short, you're too tall. The excuses are forever. Do it. Just freaking get out there and do it. The scariest part is the first step. And once you get past that first step, it's not so scary anymore. When I decided that I was first going to start working out, I was about 220 pounds. And I distinctly remember the day. I remember the day of the week, but I remember what my holy shit, I got to do something about this moment was. I dropped Patrick and Brian off in their classrooms, and I was walking down the stairs in their school, and it sounded like somebody was applauding me. It was and I thought, and I'm looking around, I'm like, well, I know I'm fabulous, but who the hell's clapping for me? Turns out nobody was clapping for me. It was my fat slapping, my stomach fat slapping as I went down the stairs. And I was so grossed out, I went home and I cried. And I realized, as much as I fool myself into thinking I'm beautiful at any weight and I'm fine at any weight and I can, get away with lots of stuff at any weight because I'm pretty, I'm cute, I'm smart, I've got a good personality, I don't care, I'm okay being a big chick. And I really am okay being a big chick. That part has not changed. But I realized I was not happy being so physically limited by my body. Walking up the block to get my kids, waddling up the block to get my kids, absolutely wiped me out. I was exhausted. Getting up the 3 flights of stairs to get them, I'd be at the top of the stairs going, and I'd stand there for a good minute trying to catch my breath so I didn't look like such a fat chick before I went into the classroom. True story, I swear to God. So I found this ad on Craigslist. This dude was offering a free week trial in the park. And the class was only held at like 5 o'clock or 5:15 in the morning. Now, a normal chick would be like, strange dude, park, dark time of morning. Not doing that. That's crazy. Not me. I was like, woo, free week. I'm all in. My alarm went off at 4. I hauled my fat ass out of bed. I put on some sweatpants and some sneakers and a t-shirt, and I put my headphones on, and I waddled my way up to 14th Street and Willow. Pitch black, dark as dark could be. I was the only person on the street, and I never once questioned why I just knew that this was what I had to do. I was ready to try something, anything, and I didn't know if it was going to work, but I wanted to give it a shot. And I remember I sat down on a bench, and it was just me. And I'm waiting. And it's dark, and there's nobody else around, and it's quiet. And this other girl walks out, and she nods at me, but she never said anything. I was like, oh, maybe she's the teacher. She didn't say anything to me, so I guess she wasn't the teacher. And all of a sudden, a guy pulls up on a bicycle with a backpack. And he jumps off the bike, and he takes the backpack over, dumps it out, and it's got bands and these iron balls with a handle on it, and I didn't know what the heck they were, and it had a jump rope, and these yellow things that turned out later to be TRX bands, and the balls turned out to be kettlebells. And he welcomed me to the class. It was just me and this other girl. And he had us do this warm-up. Kick your legs, take your leg, pull it behind your back, lunge. Well, by the end of the warm-up, I was out of breath. I was like, that's the workout, right? He's like, no, that's the warm-up. He's like, now you're going to go run. I'm sorry, what? I'm going to do what? The other girl takes off running. Like a gazelle. Boom, she's gone. Flawless, effortless, easy. I don't even think Krista's feet touched the ground. David says to me, run to the light pole. That light pole was awfully far away from me. But I did it. I shuffled my fat feet and I got to the light post. I was like, I don't think I can get back. I said, I made it here, but I don't know if I can go back. So I walked back. And then I remember we used the jungle gym. as our playground. We used the kids' playground as our playground. He had us jumping and running and leaping and hopping and lunging, and then he handed me this kettlebell. And it was like, what is this thing? This is awesome. And then he put the TRX band up, and I was like, oh my God, this is awesome too. And I loved it. I woke up the next morning. I said, all right, I'm going back. I woke up the next morning. I tried to pull my hair back into a ponytail. I could not lift my arms. They were so sore. I could not even put my hair in a ponytail. And I thought, how am I going to do this again for a second day? And I did. I figured it out. I groaned and moaned, and I got my hair back in a terrible ponytail, and I put my shoes on, and I went, and I went, and I went, and I went every day after that, and I went every day after that, and I went every day after that. And I realized after about 2 weeks, I'm not seeing anything. There's no difference. There's no change. I'm working really hard, and I'm not seeing any change. And so I got frustrated, and I thought, maybe I'll just quit. Maybe that's just it. Maybe this isn't working for me. Maybe I'm not pushing hard enough. Maybe this just isn't the right thing for me. And a little voice in my head said, bitch, you're not quitting anything. Don't quit. You've come so far. You worked so hard. Don't quit. You got started. You're there. Finish. And I did. And I kept going back to class. I still now, 5 years later, I'm a little bit surprised every time my feet take me to the boot camp studio. Because to me, I am still that fat chick inside that does not want to exercise, that cannot exercise, that does not have the physical ability or the physical stamina to do any of the things that the bigger kids are doing. And still, even now, there are things in class. Look, my cardiovascular, I don't know if it's my cardiovascular system, my cardiovascular abilities, my cardiovascular, whatever it is, my ability to do aerobic moves, exercises, things like that, high impact things, I don't have it. I am winded, I am tired, I have very little stamina, I get exhausted really quick, and that voice in my head kicks in. Quit. We could stop now. You could stop now and there'd be no shame in your game. Why don't you quit? Stop. Knock it off. We'll go have a cup of coffee. You'll be fine. You'll be better. You don't want to do this anyway. You're tired. You're hot. You're sweaty. Your muscles hurt. You're breathing heavy. You look like a fat pig. Why are you doing this? And then the other voice kicks in and says, don't stop. You've gone so far. Look how much time is left on that clock. Or, there can't be that much time left. And besides, there are no mirrors, so you really don't know that you look like a fat pig, D. In fact, I think you probably look like a badass. And I always end up finishing. It might not be pretty. In fact, I know it's not pretty. I've videotaped myself more than once. And I know my workouts, they ain't pretty. They ain't fluid. They're not graceful. I'm definitely not graceful. Good God almighty. But they're not, they're not the most attractive in the world. There are moves in which my form is ferociously horrible. And I know it. And I work to correct it, but it doesn't come easy. None of this comes easy to anybody. The key is, my whole point here is, get started. Just put yourself out there, whatever it is. And don't worry about looking stupid or feeling stupid or, I went home after my very first boot camp class and I thought, there's no way I'm going to be able to do this, especially next to my dear friend Krista, who was the other chick that was scaring me during class. Now, I adore her. She's one of my favorite people in my life. And yeah, she's always going to be a stronger athlete than I am. She's always going to be faster than I am. She's always going to be able to out-jump jack me. She's always going to be able to outrun me. She's always going to be able to jump rope me, out-skip me, out-hop me. Any of those things, she's got that nailed. Actually, she may actually be able to out-kettlebell me, too. She's pretty beastly. But you can't make it a competition. That's what I do. And I know I'm always going to be slow. I'm never going to be the fast chick. I will never cross that finish line first if I'm in a race. I will never be the kid to finish my reps first. It's not about speed. It's about the fact that you're there and you're doing it and your form is good. And it doesn't matter if it takes you 20 minutes to do something that everybody else takes 10 minutes to do. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they ask you to lead with your left foot and you lead with your right foot. It doesn't matter. You're there and you're doing it. And it doesn't have to be pretty. Yesterday, I had so much under boob sweat going on. And I feel like I can share this with you guys because you're family. You're my peeps. But literally, it was dripping down into my pants. That's how, it was like a river underneath my bra. That's how much I was sweating. Unattractive, completely unattractive. I had swamp ass going on, breathing like a cow. I had lobster red. I couldn't catch my breath. It doesn't matter. The second you stop caring is the second you will succeed. Don't care about what anybody else around you is doing. It doesn't matter. They're not you. You are you. They will never be you, and you will never be them. Their cardiovascular abilities, their cardiovascular system might be better than yours. They have been lifting longer than you, so yeah, they're going to be able to lift heavier than you. They have better endurance than you because they've been doing it longer. Never compare your beginning to somebody else's middle. You can't. You'll drive yourself crazy if you do that. When we do suicides, I am always going to be the last kid in. Always. And I will always be the one that wants to throw up. Always. I try, though. That's what counts. The fact that you try. I want you to just go. Don't stop thinking about it. Don't ask about it anymore. Don't talk about it anymore. Don't try to find the right class. Go and try every class. I spun. I went spinning with my girl Cassidy. It sucked. Holy crap. My ass hurt. I couldn't keep up with the class. I couldn't get out of the saddle. I couldn't spin the speeds that he wanted me to or with the resistance that he wanted me to, or I would have dropped dead. But I did it. And you know what? I'll probably go back again because I know it's good for me. And I know that I need to push myself into an area that I'm uncomfortable in, especially with my cardio stuff. That's my weak point. So I know I need to hammer it. Did I feel like a moron in the class? Completely. Completely. I was the only one that couldn't get out of the saddle for more than 5 seconds. I was the only one who didn't keep the beat with my bike. I wasn't rocking my body with the beat, and I wasn't pedaling on time, and it didn't have none of it. Because I got no rhythm. I'm a white chick with zero rhythm. But it was still a really fun class, and I would totally do it again. And you know why? Because I don't give a shit what anybody else is doing. I'm in my zone, I'm focused on me, and I don't care. Don't care what you're doing, don't care what he's doing, don't care what Susie Lane up front of me is doing. Don't care. Don't care what the chick with the perfect abs is doing. Don't care. She's her. Good for her to have perfect abs. I'm never going to have perfect abs. It's not in the cards for me. And you know what? It's okay. So stop looking at all those magazines with the perfect chicks in them with the six-pack abs and the great lats and the biceps and the triceps and the quads. No, don't. You can't start there. None of them started there. None of them started looking the way they look now. That's a lot of hard work and a lot of years. If you want that, go get it. Totally. If washboard abs are your goal, go after it like a motherfucker. Go and get it. But you have to start. And you have to remember your goals. You have to set long-term goals and short-term goals. Set a short-term goal. I'm going to get through this class. That's it. That's your short-term goal for the day. I am going to finish this class and I'm going to leave it all on the floor. Everything I have is going to be left here. I'm going to go home with nothing left in my tank. That's a short-term goal. Long-term goal, 6 months from now, I want to fit into the bikini. That's a long-term goal. Listen, I have brought bathing suits and outfits, complete outfits, to boot camp and hung them up so that I could see them as motivation. Do what you got to do, but make sure you have a goal. And make sure you believe in yourself. That's super important too. If you don't believe in what you can do in your ability, and you don't have the ability to shut that little voice down in your head that's telling you, go home. You can't do this. You're not good at this. Why are you doing this? Because you know what? You are good. You are just as good as every single person in that room. Every one of them. Even the ones that look like they're smoking you. Even the chick up front in the Zumba class that's laughing and having a good time and she's got all the moves down and you don't know what the hell you're doing. You don't know your left foot from your right foot. You don't know back from front. It doesn't matter. Even she started out as a beginner. Everybody started out as a beginner. We all did. And be honest with, if you're going to a class, be honest with your coach. Go up to, yesterday, we tried out a new gym. We tried out this gym here in Hoboken called Intrepid Fitness. Intrepid Gym. And I walked in and I told him flat out right off the bat, I have shin splints, I don't run, I don't jump, everything has to be low impact and modified for me. And he said, okay, we're going to do pull-ups. I said, I've never done a full, complete pull-up in my life by myself. So he set it up for an assisted pull-up. Can you imagine what would have happened if I hadn't said anything? I would have been running around the block and trying to do 10 pull-ups in a set. I would never have finished. I would have frustrated myself. I would have died. You got to be honest, and you have to be upfront with them. People can't help you if they don't know what they're working with. And if there's something that you're doing in class and you can't get it and you cannot figure it out, raise your hand and say, I don't get it. I don't understand. Help. Odds are the chick to your left, the guy to your right, the lady in front of you, the gent in back of you, they're going to be like, hey, let me show you. I got this. I'll help you. You know? People are not, for the most part, assholes. For the most part. You will get, every now and then you'll get somebody in the gym that's a total cock, and you don't worry about them. Let them go. They don't count. We don't care about them. You need to work on you. You need to focus on you. And you need to get started. That's the most important step. I feel like I keep saying this to you guys, but just get started. Get it done. Get it started. One day, just go. Don't even think about it anymore. Stop thinking. Stop thinking and go. Go sign up. Go sign up. Go find a class. Every gym these days is hosting a free class, a free trial. Find something that's free and go do it. And try different things. I tried spinning. Not my thing. I tried lifting yesterday. Totally my thing. Loved it. It's awesome. It will complement what I'm doing at boot camp perfectly, I think. I want to try, my friend Casey and I, we want to try a ton of other things. We want to go to the trapeze school. We want to go, there's a trampoline place by us that has trampoline aerobics. We want to go try that. We want to try different things, and we can then determine what we like and what we don't like. And you might actually surprise yourself with the stuff you like. Go sign up, go find a free class. Look on Craigslist, look on Groupon, look on Living Social. All these places these days are handing out free weeks, free trials, free days, whatever it is. Go and try it and find what works for you. So what's our plan? Our plan of action here is go do. You're going to go out, you're going to try a couple different classes, because you know what? Almost nobody ever succeeds in a traditional gym. It takes a really, really dedicated, determined, disciplined person, and let's face it, we're not all like that, to succeed in a traditional gym. I don't know anybody that really likes a traditional gym, except maybe my husband, but he's weird. I find classes are way more fun than just a traditional gym, because it's you and a group of people. It's you, and you can go with friends. Bring friends. You have a friend? You must have a friend. I'm your friend. Take me. Take a friend. Take somebody that wants to work out too. It doesn't even have to be somebody on your same fitness level. It doesn't even matter. Like I said, Cassidy and I have been trying out all these new classes. Cassidy is a flippin' beast. She's a runner. She's got ridiculous endurance. She's got crazy ass speed, and she's always going to finish before me, and she's always going to be stronger than me in a lot of the areas. It's spinning. Bitch was up out of her seat every time he asked. She was right there pumping her feet to the music. She was right on beat. She was actually smiling, I think, at one point. Weird, right? Lifting. Yesterday, she was an entire full set ahead of me. She did 5. I was only able to get out 4 sets. Doesn't matter. Don't care. Love her. Happy for her. Proud of her. She's a beast. Can't question that. It's okay. You don't have to go with somebody. If you have a friend that's at your level, perfect. Take them. Bring them. Awesome. If you don't, go by yourself. Try it. If you love it, tell them about it and bring them next time. Or don't. Make it your thing. That's what I do. My gym, my time at boot camp is my time. That's my sanctuary. That's my space. That's my church is what boot camp is to me. It's the place I go to clear my head. It's the place I go to just let everything go. That's my time. That's my space. And that's my family. But if somebody else wanted to come with me, hell yes. Bring it the hell on. You want to come experience it with me? Come on. Let's do it together. And like I said, Kay and I have been doing a lot of classes together. It's fun to try things together. It's fun to do things and have a support with you. But if you don't have it, it should not stop you from doing the stuff that you want to do. Okay, so you find a class that you flip and love. Zumba is your thing. God bless you. I am in awe of chicks that can do Zumba. Good for you. Zumba's your thing? Rock it, sister. Sign up. Tell the instructor you really like her class, or his class, as it may be, whatever, and you want to sign up. What's the monthly rate? Where is there a price break? Is there a price break if you do month to month? Is there a price break if you sign up for 6 months at a time? Can the free trial be extended for a week? Ask, talk, have communication. You never know. And they may say, go jump in a lake. I'm so good. There's no discount. I'm so good. I need you to sign up for a year. I'm so good. My classes are full. There's a wait list, bitch. Okay, so you find something else. But you don't know until you ask, so go ask. Let's say you try everything and nothing fits. You don't like spinning, you don't like Pilates, you don't like the traditional gym, you don't like boot camp, you don't like kickboxing. What do? Well, I think you're being too critical. I think there is something fitness related out there for everybody. Try a team sport. Maybe join a basketball league. Maybe go find, I know in New York City there's something called punk rope. I don't even know if it exists anymore. But it was a jump rope class for an hour. Go try it. Go, keep trying. There are a million different fitness places that you can go to, a million different styles of fitness that you can go to. Maybe it was a trainer you didn't like. Maybe it was the music they played. Maybe it was the people in the class. Maybe you felt intimidated. Maybe you felt silly. Maybe you felt you didn't mesh with them. It happens. Try another class at the same studio. Try a different coach. Try a different trainer. Try a different time. Maybe the time you went was wrong. Don't give up. You will find your thing. And it might just, like I said, it might just be something easy and tweakable, like finding a different coach or trying at a different time. I know for me, if I don't work out in the morning, that's it. I'm toast for the rest of the day. I can go work out at night, sure. I don't like it. It exhausts me, and then I feel like I'm right into the next day since I like to work out in the morning. So I try not to work out at night. If I have to, I will, but I don't like it. There are people that tell me I'm nuts when I get up to do the 5:15 or 5:50 class. I would never do that. Well, okay, good for you for never doing it. Not your thing, not your thing. So maybe it's a time thing. Maybe you don't like the location in the studio that you picked. Maybe you were too close to a window, too far away from a window, too near an air conditioning vent, too far away from an air conditioning vent. Maybe you tried Bikram yoga and almost died. I know I would. Bikram yoga is so not my thing. Yoga is a good thing. Yoga is not my thing. I tried yoga. I laughed at yoga before I tried yoga. Man, yoga's an ass kicker. Holy cow, dude. Not my thing though. Tried yoga, don't like it, not my thing. No, I should for flexibility because my flexibility is crap. Not my thing. Maybe someday it will be my thing. Don't know. Try. That's what you got to do. You got to go, you got to do, you got to try. So, no more talking. I'm done preaching at you. I'm done giving you my tips. I'm done telling you what I think you should do. Go and do it. And when you do it, I want to hear about it. I want you guys to come back and tell me what you did that day or what you did this week. I don't care. Go take your bicycle outside. Go for a walk around the block. Something. Start somewhere. You don't have to go to a gym. You don't have to go to a traditional class. Go do something somewhere. And then I want to hear about it. I want you to come back and I want you to tell me about it so I can get all proud of you and happy for you. Okay. I think that's it. I think I'm done rambling. Go do. I love you guys. Bye.